Why'd y'all stop talking?
What you mean? She said it's okay, whatever, because Jonathan
don't never tell me. But I said, that's y'all Aquariuses. Y'all always want to be secretive, but I always want to know somebody else's business.
Ooh, my girl's an Aquarius.
She's secretive, ain't she? Well, I guess you probably not to you because you her boyfriend, but
she's very open to me, so like
she probably secretive.
Sometimes I don't know if I.
Jonathan got the dark screen up. She got the dark screen on. So girl.
I'm just trying to look at my screen, dog.
You said she's probably secretive. What would she be secretive about?
I mean, probably not to you, but like I'm saying, she's probably secretive to like, let's say me and Jonathan are really good friends, right? But he will like talk to me about my problems, but if it's something going on with him, like his business, he won't tell. But my sister's the same way, and I feel like Perk was the same way, and they born on a freaking same day.
Hey,
well, I do feel
like
also you should definitely choose who you tell certain shit to which friends.
But like if I tell him about the same thing, like we built that relationship where we tell each other about that then.
Well, here's the thing,
why not tell me?
Because it's not like I'm not telling her stuff. The thing is, there's either one, nothing to tell her, or there's something I wouldn't tell anyone, and I'm carrying it on my own shoulders.
I feel like,
and that's not usually what it is. It's usually most of the time there's nothing to tell her.
Okay.
But sometimes, not even some, majority of the time, Jordan will hit me and be like, "Yo, what you doing? Nothing. What's up?" So tell me, and then she goes about her business. I'm like, well, I'm her friend. I'm gonna support her and talk to her about the situation. It's not like I went scuba diving for the information. Okay. It's just the information was provided, and I'm gonna play my role.
Exactly.
But then I have nothing to bring to her. Like she's like, "Oh, well, I got this boy. What about you?" Nothing. Work, school.
Well, see, I feel like that's the difference between men and women. It's just like you don't necessarily tell your boys shit about yourself expecting for them to tell the exact same story back, you know. Women kind of bond on that shit, you know. So it's like
I get it, but
you gotta understand
I really don't have nothing. But it's like I really don't have nothing to offer.
We'll talk about your most recent entanglement, John. Shit, I don't
Zero.
Know. You gotta find something.
No, Jonathan hasn't talked. I know. I just know him. I know. I have a sixth sense for like my friends, and I just know. But anyway, on to the freak show. What's up, Tyreek?
All right.
It's too late for all that. We didn't got into we already got into the depth of this.
All right, you know what it is. It should be number 22, but y'all make me sick. So this is Freak Show number 21.
Gang gang.
Sickness.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. So last week, you're hot.
Hell.
I don't know how to help you with that. Because if I turn that on, that's just gonna overpower. Yeah.
Alright, I'll just sweat through this month.
How you feel, Jordan?
I'm fine, but
what's
I
wrong
also
with you? Have you been drinking before this?
No.
Okay.
I told you what you've been doing.
Whatever.
Why are you lying? You just be breaking stuff out. You pull it out your booty hole.
Anyways, alright, so this past week, I met my girlfriends.
Girlfriend! Woo! Shout out to Tyreek! Woo!
I really wish I had the. I need to start like putting the right USB in this shit because I need to have the sounds uploaded.
Why you skip over the big part though?
I mean, because okay, first of all, this is my first time even knowing about that it was like his actual girlfriend. So we making moves anyway.
Well, we talked on 2 different occasions.
There's that.
Didn't really work out. It wasn't really like a.
Sometimes you gotta go through a little bit more life to find.
Well, we never ended on like terrible terms. You know, like.
Hey.
It just kind of like.
Yeah, it just wasn't for the time that we were talking.
Yeah,
you know, like we were doing 2 different things. Like we was on 2 different accords. It just wasn't it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Side note.
What?
I fuck with this shirt. That was my favorite wrestler back in the day.
Oh yeah, Rey Mysterio.
Hey, low key though, but he the one who told me wrestling was fake.
Well, okay, you can watch wrestling after some time and tell that shit is fake.
Well, no, I found out when I was like 6 because I was like, there was no way everyone was supposed to get set up for the 619.
I found out when I was like fucking 4 when I realized that an Irish whip doesn't fucking work. You're literally grabbing somebody's arm and making them run to another corner.
I never tried that. Never did it.
You shouldn't. It's not gonna work in real life. You act like somebody is. You're gonna have that much force.
I didn't think about that. I was upset about the way he set it up, and it always worked.
Whatever, bro. We're not even gonna get into that. We're still on this.
Let's go. Let's come back. Reel it in.
No tangents on this shit.
All
so, okay. I met the child. Cool kid, you know, I mean...
cool kid.
Yeah, like I mean, I don't know how to explain her. Like
cool kid.
First time stepdad, you know. So, but yeah, I mean, she also met my parents.
Sheesh! This is
the child came with her to meet my parents. So,
hey,
let me ask you, okay? Keep in mind, we talked on 2 different occasions. Both times were at least 2 months, you know, that we talked.
Have y'all passed that 2-month barrier this time?
No.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not saying like I really hope for the best, but I'm just saying like I don't think I would have passed that point until it's like, you know.
Well, this was a multiple. This was not the first time they had started talking or dating in the same fashion.
Yeah, that's true too.
And that's another thing that I thought about was like when we started back talking, it was maybe like I don't know, like within weeks we was kind of like really already into this, you know.
Okay, so how was it meeting?
Well, I got one particular question.
It was good.
What was your mother's review on her?
Yeah, that's
Loved
real.
it.
She loves her?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm sorry, not on her. What was her review on you dating her?
Doesn't
Well,
care.
Rhonda is not very judgmental. She's very like welcoming. So like
Well,
I feel like
that.
she'll be like fine.
You gotta think, we had a stepdad since the age of like 5, 6, something like that. So.
No. I'm not saying like with her having a child. I'm just saying in general. Like, Rhonda's not like, oh well, like she got her 2 cents on everything. Like she'll be like, I feel like she'll be like the type to like, oh, I don't really like him, or I think that he's this, but she's not gonna.
She gonna let you.
But
know.
she's also not gonna like pressure you to be like, oh, stop talking to this person.
Yeah, I mean, unless like she was on some shit, like some real like conniving type shit, you know. And I told my mom about it, then okay, yeah.
But I know. But I'm just saying, like in general, she's not the very like judgmental type. Like,
see, because that's what I thought myself. I was like, if I dated a woman who had children, you know, my mom's a single mom, so I was like, yo, I couldn't have been like, oh, I don't want a woman with no kids, like, because I was the kids in the situation at one point in time.
Yeah, I was a kid. Yeah, I was the kid too.
So that's the thing. It's just like, what if one day we in our 40s listening back to this podcast and it's just like, yo, this motherfucker graduated through college. I did that shit.
But let's see. I was gonna ask a question. Like, where do you see this relationship going? Obviously, you see it going somewhere since. I mean, you met the child. I feel like that's such a big step. I think that's more important than meeting the parents because that child is obviously going to be in that person's life for forever. And I feel like with my dad, it was the same way. So it's like, do you feel like a certain commitment to her since you met the child? Not that like, that's her. That's like, you know, you're the baby's daddy. No, but it's like you feel a certain kind of like commitment to her.
Definitely.
I feel like that's how my dad was.
So here's the thing. So I'll voice my opinion on this before. I mean, you start posting pictures of even the 3 of us. Yeah. You know, I want to meet the dad.
Yeah, just to like be cool.
Did you meet the dad?
No, not yet. Right.
But I feel like so my stepdad and my dad, nah, like that wasn't it. But like I feel like, I mean, my mom and my dad really don't get along. But I feel like with you guys, like I wouldn't say envy, but I kind of did envy y'all. Not the fact that like, you know, I just, not that like your dad was doing whatever, like what he was supposed to do. Shit. But no. But it's like y'all could like y'all could be in the same room and be fine. Like that would never work for my parents. Like y'all could sit together at a basketball game. Like y'all's parents could sit together at a basketball game and still be cool. Oh, yeah. Like no, it went back to like I envy like Charlie and your dad's like relationship.
I mean, you can't really like get mad at a nigga who taking care of your kids and like you show up drunk as fuck.
No, but that would be my dad. But that would be my real dad. Like my real dad. My stepdad, he can get along with anybody. Like he's a type of chill. Like he cool. But
yeah, definitely. Tell me that nigga.
Yeah, literally the coolest guy you ever want to meet. But my real dad, he would like hate like that. Cause I think he still love my mom, but that's a whole nother day for a different thing.
But I cannot wait until I have kids of my own and show up to their games drunk.
Oh gosh.
Guarantee
don't do that.
What? Drunk or high?
Right, don't do that to kids. Don't do that to kids.
Why you want to show up drunk or high?
Say hell no, that ain't your boy, that's my boy. don't know.
Who out there had a boy not their kid?
Me. He said you ain't even got no kids, dog. Bullshit. But
he finna be at his stepdaughter's basketball
So what do you
game.
think? Like, what do you feel? How do you feel right now in the process of like where y'all at? Where y'all going? Like, how do you feel about that?
You know what's crazy? We actually had kind of like our first. It wasn't really an argument last night. It was just like the first real
Disagreement.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't really know how to take it. She didn't really know how to take it, but it was because like we had tried it on 2 different occasions, and I mean we got into arguments before we even hit the actual relationship.
But
process.
arguments are gonna happen, and I think that's something that I had to realize. Like things.
But I feel like at the time we were both kind of just on some shit like I'm not trying to argue with you, you know. So like it'd be better to just stop, because the first time she stopped talking to me, the second time I stopped talking to her, so it was kind of just like, you know.
Yeah.
All
You want
right.
me to ask him what was the topic?
What was the topic?
Yes.
When
No, like
this previous time.
the last night one, the one he said, yeah. Like, what was the topic? The one you said we really argued for the first time. If you don't want to get too deep in it, I just want to know, because you said that arguments are gonna happen, and to me it's like, yo, are arguments really supposed to happen?
I'll tell you.
I mean,
about
we're
that.
2 different people. I mean, not weird, but they're. I mean, we are.
I get what you're talking about. In relationship, but
in relationships, you're 2 different people. You're not gonna agree on everything. So I think disagreements are bound to happen.
But disagreements and arguments are 2 different things. So was it like a disagreement?
That is true.
Or was it an argument?
It was a disagreement, definitely.
See that, because that's what I'm trying. That's what I'm not.
I feel like sometimes it can't. If you are like so strong about something, like you be like, are you serious right now? Like,
Yeah. See, but here's the thing. It's like I feel like it becomes an argument once you hit like a certain level of like, disrespect.
Yeah, and I do agree.
In a sense.
I agree.
Because here's the thing. Is
But what you find is disrespect, because some people might not find disrespect. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
My form of disrespect and your form of disrespect could be 2 different things. But
Exactly.
if somebody calls your form of disrespect without knowing, then it's like you're gonna get upset.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, okay, so last night, right? So I'm not gonna tell you like the full topic in depth.
Yeah.
But she got upset about something that happened. I'm pretty sure the second time that we had, you know, tried. But in actuality, like I explained it to her, it was really nothing, you know. But it was kind of just like, it was her overthinking. She didn't necessarily want to admit it, and then it turned into kind of just like me overthinking because it's just like, well, okay, this is the first argument that we actually
arguments are good though.
Are having to make it through.
It makes you stronger.
Well, I mean, okay.
I think so. Like, especially if it's like, okay, like, dang, like, it brings you close. Like, dang, I mean, because either you're gonna pick the argument, or you're gonna pick the topic that you're arguing for, or you're gonna pick the other person. You know what I'm saying? One of them is gonna outweigh the other, and I feel like this is where it kind of like.
It wasn't like full-fledged argument.
Yeah.
Because
no, I'm just saying. In general.
I kind of just said, well, I'm sorry if whatever I did hurt you, and it was just left at that.
Yeah.
But
because that's how we really can do.
Anyways, so getting back to meeting the daughter, having her meet my parents, having the child meeting my parents.
Yes, excited stuff. Passing a lot of
She came to my apartment with the child in the middle of me practicing for just like this upcoming like DJ shit that I have going on, and the kid would not stop playing with my equipment. Like every time I would play a song, she figured out like this button like flashes when it's off, so that's like obviously to a child like the first thing that they see is the button is flashing. Kept pressing it. I'm over here trying to like mix and shit. Like she was doing everything obviously off cue, so it's messing me up. Now I got to start all the way over, and then it was wow. Like I said, cool kid, but
kids gonna be kids.
yeah. But
ain't nothing to do on that one.
Okay, so like, do you think that it's bad that I feel comfortable this early getting used to being around
like what?
the kid and just them?
Like the kid being used to you, or you being used to the kid?
Well, okay, so I offered to take her and the child somewhere next weekend, just because I'm gonna get a nice little check, so I mean, and she said plenty of times, she comes as a package deal.
Yeah.
That's all.
And that's gonna well, you said that's all women?
Well, that's all. Any mother, any loving mother.
Yeah,
or
right.
Children,
Any woman.
Yeah.
Or any woman, any mother. So, okay, I understand that. And I'm thinking to myself, like, we are dating.
I don't think that's...
We're too
my
old.
dad has taken... Well, like, I know for a fact, I was 2 when my dad really... Well, my stepdad, I say my dad, but, like, I say my real dad for my real dad. My dad is my
trust
stepdad.
Me, I say... I do the same thing, yeah.
So, like, my stepdad took my mom out and, like... with me. So like if he had to stop by the store, like mom would be like, oh, like she needed something, he would have to stop by the store.
Yeah.
Like going out to eat, I would come. Like he really stepped up. And I don't think that's wrong with you to like want something more. I don't think that's wrong with you. Like I think, or taking them out.
No, that you might as well get used to it.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you might as well.
Because you love her. In the grand scheme of things, you'll end up loving the child, but you want a relationship with her. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing is I've already built the bond with her.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to get through the rest of her.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. She got a lot of
circle.
stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously I got to meet her friends one day. I got to meet her parents one day. You know, she's already met mine, but
I mean that's all relationships though.
I just work too much.
I just also feel like it's just commitment. Like you really have to be ready for that. And I'm not saying that it's not gonna work out. Like I pray, like if this is what you want, I'm gonna support you 100%. But I also want you to.
It is what I want.
Yeah, but I want you to also be aware. Like I think sometimes, not you in general, but sometimes people get into the fact of like, okay, get into a relationship with somebody that has a child and think something is gonna change or expect that person to choose you over their kid. Not you in general, because I mean you've been the kid obviously, but I'm saying other people, and I just want you to be aware of like what you're stepping into. Not saying that it's not gonna work, not saying that I don't want you to have the best or wish you the best, but you just have to be aware of that stuff. I don't want you to like enter the kid's life and then leave. Because, like, that kid obviously probably is already used to that.
And that's the thing. Is just
but is that his fault if everything doesn't work out with the mom?
No, it's not his fault. But that's what I'm saying.
Depending on the situation.
Yeah, depending on the situation.
Well, granted that. But I'm just saying, like...
But I'm also saying, like, that means that y'all shouldn't have met. You see what I'm saying? Like...
And I feel like...
I don't know.
In another sense, if it was something on her end, it would kind of be, like, not selfish of her. But, like, you gotta think. You can't just bring like different men.
Yeah, exactly. So
especially to a guy who's like, I mean, I'm sorry, I don't fuck up, you know. So
exactly. So I'm saying like he has to be prepared for that. Not saying that he's gonna mess up or any of that, but that person, like, she feels comfortable like letting him in, and that's a big step for her. And he has to be man enough to be like, okay, this is what I'm gonna have to do. Like, this is, if I want to be with her, I'm gonna have to do this, that, and the third, or I'm gonna have to like show up. Because that person's, I don't know her situation with her father or her baby daddy, but I think that like you're gonna have to be there.
And I get that, but like, let's take for example, you know, Bill Gates and Melinda Gates, they're divorcing.
They got grown kids.
They got grown kids and everything, but they also have those kids
together.
together.
Grown motherfucker money.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a whole other different story.
No, what I'm saying is these people.
You know how much my check is every week, bro?
I know. So
them niggas probably spend.
What I mean is though,
my entire check when they first wake up.
What I mean is these people loved each other initially, had a family, made millions together, and now they're divorcing. So now he is a stepdad. He's about to become a stepdad into the situation. It's no guarantee that he's gonna know this kid forever. So is it so? Not know.
But it's different. This kid. Okay, so the way Tariq's stepdad came into his life, that he was young. The way my stepdad came into my life, I was young. So that's pretty much all we know, other than our real dad who really won't there. So what I'm saying is like being young, and I'm assuming this kid is younger.
Yeah.
Yeah. So exactly 2 years old. So like it. Bill Gates is they got grown kids. Like this is a kid that's like you're gonna see growing up. If I'm a stepdad, as a grown kid, you have to kind of want what your mom wants. You know what I'm saying? Like it's different.
What I meant to go with this is I know Bill Gates and them, they're grown. They got the grown kids and everything, but they're splitting up still. And even though they had the money, they're still splitting up because things don't work together. Now, if let's say things don't work out later on down the road, let's put 16 years on it. She's 18, the kid's 18. Let's put 16 years on it. Things don't work out on the road. Would you still treat that child like it was one of your own?
Probably, if he's been there for 18, yeah.
That's another thing. So
dude,
I don't know
how many
if it's
arguments my parents got into to where like my stepdad would leave, but we would come home from school and the grass would be cut.
Yeah, he's gonna make sure he's there. Yeah, showing
Like, here's the
up.
thing: is my mom she lost her mom, like in 2004. This is before we moved. So like my dad was the only one who had like his parents' house to like go back to whenever they was arguing real bad. But he would make sure everything was paid, all like the grass was cut.
I mean, what happens?
Our dog was fed.
See,
just different shit.
See, that's the type of man I feel like I will be. When y'all was talking about the argument thing, I don't do conflict well.
But they were also married, so
they're just that. But I don't do conflict well. And
I would marry this girl.
That's dope. But I don't do conflict well.
That's dope.
Thanks a lot, John. Thanks a lot.
That's dope. Let me finish.
That just caught me off guard. Like, oh, now we gotta talk about that one. But like, yes, because I don't do conflict well. It's like, because I feel like the way I handled everything, pain, all kinds of pain, was that there's gonna come a time when I'm not gonna feel this anymore. Whether that was when I broke my nose, that was when I dislocated my shoulder, or that I was emotionally hurt. I always felt like there was going to become a time where I wasn't going to deal with this no more. So when I get into arguments with people, it's like, all right, there's going to be a day where this argument's not going to affect me anymore. So when he handles the situation like that, I feel like that's what he's talking about. Like, I'm not going to leave this woman. I'm just going to cut the grass because I'm going to come back to her later on.
No, I just think it's like, sometimes also, depending on, because both people...
What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man.
But what people fail to realize is, like, I'm not gonna always be cool with this person all the time. We two different people. We two imperfect people trying to make this thing work. Like, things are gonna be messed up.
But that's his character, though. He was already a man who was gonna cut the grass.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that he's doing the right thing. But what I'm saying is, like, you gotta realize that within yourself, like, we both hot heads. Sometimes I'm gonna have to leave the situation so it won't get worse.
I mean, yeah, and you know, he probably made the best decision 10 out of 10,
Yeah.
10 times so far because they're still together. They raised the kids together. They did well. But what I mean is, like,
go ahead, bro. I'm over here fucking up. My bad.
But what I mean is, like, you know, when you say we're two different people, if we just look at him individually.
No. I'm just saying, like, in Tyreek's standpoint, it's gonna be times where they argue or whatever. But in the end, they're two different people trying to work it out for them. But also for the sake, and eventually, because this is how it's going to be, also for the sake of the child. So, boom. What you think?
Nothing about what?
You agree?
Oh,
or do you disagree?
That it's all going to work out better for them as a child?
No, yeah. I'm saying, like, in the end, like, they're going to be two different people trying to work it out for the sake of themselves. But in the, like, it's eventually going to include the child.
Well, anything they do is going to include the child.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
My fucking... I swear to God, every single week it is something. So why did my laptop that I have been using since my sophomore year of college for all the DJing shit that I've ever needed ran out of space?
Because it's time, right?
Because you've been using.
Where's the USB? You don't have a USB?
A USB for?
To download some stuff on the USB.
I mean, I could, but that would take so much. It's a good thing we're recording. If it wasn't for the fact that I could, like, upload this, have y'all even, like, listened to any of the podcasts?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so, like, if you go back and listen to 17, you could definitely tell that
You want to listen or watch on YouTube?
Listen to it.
I've listened.
I've watched them on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I've listened. I got the podcast.
Well, remember I watched them on...
you got the podcast, but they ain't gave me a review yet.
I have.
Well,
you was like, I forgot that. I was wondering why I had an extra star and the extra review.
Yeah.
I did.
I'm finna go rate it. I'm finna go.
Okay, so anyways, let's go ahead and go into something else. New segment starting this week. Mental moment of the week. Because I feel like all three of us need, like... Did you just fart?
No, it's the chair.
Oh, I was going to say...
I got you. It's the chair, definitely.
Alright, so... I don't know, I feel like all of us kind of need to just, like, have a... My bad, bro. That shit kind of fucked me up. I was
no,
like...
the chairs be moving. Sometimes they do it to me.
Bro, that shit wild.
But, okay, yeah, I feel like we do a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying, on this podcast that doesn't pertain necessarily to us. We talk about other shit. We talk about shit that don't really matter. Sometimes, you know, we go on different tangents. It's a whole mental moment this week. You
okay.
know, just kind of, you know, just dive into your mind. You feel me? So, all right.
I love stuff like this. I live for stuff like this.
I know you do. I've seen your Facebook. So, do you ever stop and wonder if procrastination has held you back from where it is you feel like you should be in life?
Yeah.
No, I'm a go-getter.
Okay.
I get what I
this
want.
has been recording. My bad.
I am a huge fucking procrastinator, and I actually thrive off. I watched this TED Talk about procrastination, and I literally thrive on what you call the panic monster. Is what the TED dude referred to it off of. Like, I'll procrastinate so bad until where it's like, oh shit, it's here. Now I gotta act.
Me too.
So that I watched the TED Talk, and this dude was talking about it, and he said he was doing his
But
dissertation.
I also hold on, pause. Let me just add this in here before you finish. I think that's the difference between men and women. But go ahead.
So
thanks for cutting them off. No, I'm joking. I'm sorry.
So he was talking about it. He said he was doing his dissertation.
Yeah.
So whatever that is, but
basically getting his PhD.
Yeah, and he said he had put up the timetable for how you should focus your work on throughout the year for it. And he said he waited till the last minute to do it. He bombed it. It was, of course, but he said that he said the procrastinators. He said everybody is a procrastinator throughout their life. There's nobody who doesn't procrastinate.
I agree.
It's just how they handle the procrastination.
It's also when you actually take the initiative to do whatever it is you're procrastinating about.
But there's
because I procrastinated for a couple of days about stuff that I had to do like months later, and that was all I needed was just like that couple of days to like get myself prepared.
That's another thing.
But I've also procrastinated about shit until the very last couple of days, and just had to edge out whatever the fuck I could.
There's that, and like I said, I work under the panic monster. For some reason, I cannot do before. I had to find out that, like I told you, I go to school. I'm not go to school. I work on the weekends, and on Sundays I do all my schoolwork. That is when I found out, I can beat procrastination because I'm forced to, because I work 12 hours and I have nothing to do for 12 hours. So I said I might as well go to school and do my schoolwork for 12 hours. And that's how I figured out like how to get ahead of the procrastination. If it wasn't for that free 12-hour day of being forced to there to get paid, I would be struggling. No doubt about it. I would be waiting till the last minute of every day to do everything. So.
But is it, okay, so I was kind of confused with what Tariq said. He was like, okay, I procrastinate for something that's months down the road. I don't think that's procrastination. Sometimes it's like, I got to figure out how I'm going to do this to get to that. I don't know.
What if you already know how to do it? You just...
But if it's not due till months later, I think it's like procrastination is like the week of or like the 2 weeks of.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like not all procrastination is the same.
Yeah, because you can have procrastination without timetables.
Yeah.
Like, for example, you keep telling yourself day in, day out, you're going to go to the gym. But there's no due date. So you don't have that panic monster to flip on me. That's one for me.
Which is why I'm halfway...
I mean, it's me too. I feel it.
So, like, right now, even for me, I've been to the gym the past 3 weeks. I went the first week 3 days. Last week I only went 2 days. Don't ask me why. This week I'm going on 3 days. Let's see tomorrow if we can make it 4. But we just gonna have to see about that. Damn, John, I am hot. I know what you mean now.
Oh, now I see you.
Yeah.
But okay, so I'm the type of person that's like, soon as I get the assignment, it's gonna get done, and that's what like some people told me like about. In graduate school, they were like, Jordan, like, it's not due until such and such. I'm like, I know, but I got other to do. Like, we need to go ahead and get this on.
Well, I feel like if I was in graduate school, just knowing that I'm getting my master's now, not even just a regular old bachelor's degree, which, like, okay.
Well, let's not downplay that.
Yeah, let's not downplay
that. Some of us are still going for that.
Okay, well, yeah, see, that's the thing. That's the reason why I had to, like, double back on that. So, the fact that I got my the fact that I got my bachelor's, I'm not going back to school.
You done?
Anyway, yes.
You'll never go back?
Nope.
Why? I'm sorry to tangent this, but like...
I don't have a reason to go back to school.
Like, getting a master's degree in your field wouldn't benefit you?
Well, probably, somewhere, but
I wouldn't go back to get a doctorate.
Yeah, but you got you about to get the master's.
Well, I got the master's. I just don't have the license.
Well, I don't know the level of that.
Yeah.
So,
I got my master's. I do agree that sometimes, like, it's not worth it financially. But I do think it's worth it financially. If that
College
makes
is the
sense.
biggest fucking scam.
Definitely the biggest scam, but also like the biggest reward depending on what field you go into. If you get a master's in freaking communications, then it's like what? But if you get a master's in like something in like the health field, then because I got a bachelor's in communications.
Thanks a lot, motherfucker.
No, I got a bachelor's in communications.
Media communication.
No, I got a bachelor's in communications with what is it? Concentration in interpersonal communications. That's why I said that.
The concentration, bro. We had majors and minors.
No, and then this is my bachelor's degree. It's a bachelor's of science in communication studies with a concentration in interpersonal communication studies, plus a minor in occupational therapy.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your
then I got
master's
my
in?
master's in occupational therapy.
So basically, that's like.
And now I gotta get my license. I gotta get certified
just
for the
not
National
educated.
Board of Medicine in occupational therapy. Then I have to get a license from the state to practice.
So wouldn't you having occupational therapy as your minor make that overlap your major, because now you have your master's in that?
Well, you can get a major in anything. So if whatever I decide to do, so you can get a. Okay, so I know I wanted to go into the occupational therapy field, but they was telling me I needed to take kinesiology and health sciences. If you all know about school, those are like the hardest classes. They even sound hard. Kinesiology, health sciences, like that sound like some hard classes. When the lady broke it down to me, it was like, you can major in anything and get your minor in, get your master's in anything. So I was like, shoot, I like to talk. Let's do communications, like easy in and out.
You do talk a lot.
Yeah. So, but back to procrastination. I am the type of person that like just gets it done. Like I just want to get it done.
So, okay, let me ask you this. Do you feel like...
But I'm thinking about the women in like that we know. Like Tyrisha's the type of person that get it done. She ain't
Dude,
gonna
the fact that
procrastinate.
she's doing better than me and my brother combined probably is like beyond me. When I tell you, like, it's some weekends I'll be lucky if I can go to Hibachi and she's like out of town. Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm like, Ty, where you at, Cancun?
Bro, what?
On the weekend?
You on a cruise? He's like, oh, please, God.
That's what
Bless
I'm
my
saying.
account. Bless my account.
But I think that's the difference between girls and guys then.
Well, I mean, I feel like a lot of guys who procrastinate a lot, it does go a little bit further than women. But I feel like that's more just like a guy's nature. Like women, I'm sorry, there's a lot of women that I know who are like doing really well for themselves. And I mean, I'm all there for it, you know? Like, I feel like every woman should feel that empowerment. John, I swear to God.
That's right, it's the chair, bro.
I know it's the chair, but come on, bro.
Bro, it's...
I don't want that sound in the podcast.
Alright, you got it. That's my fault.
Stop moving. Stay still. I feel like every woman that's like doing her own thing now, you know? Like, I know women who are trying to get into music. They ain't all that good, you know? But they try, yeah.
Steps to them.
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like it's harder for any woman just being a woman to get into music. So,
yeah, I agree.
and then just like other women trying to do other shit. But fuck it, do what you can, do what you gotta do.
But okay, so back to the original question though. Do you think that it has stopped you guys from like being where you should be in life?
Yes.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
say no.
Yeah.
So why the fuck shouldn't I be famous and DJing like somewhere up there right now?
Well, yours.
It's a lot of like connections.
I'm about to say opportunities one.
Yeah, connections too. It's like
Yeah,
it's not.
who you know, it's not what you know,
Right.
it's who you know.
I was about to say that. I got that line from ATL.
Yeah, it's
That's
not who.
facts.
Yeah, it's not who you know. It's not what you know. It's who you know. So that's another one. That's another one on the DJ.
And also, like, have you DJ? I mean, not saying like strictly outside of running.
Don't be
like,
trying to play me, bro.
No, I'm not.
have you
I'm not.
have you been working on your DJing 24/7?
No.
Like
Exactly. And
See,
have you
but
done?
this-
And have you done it outside of just Roanoke and maybe one or two other places? Like, you need to like go other places.
Like
Like,
we,
market.
I know you a two
Have you
job.
got a marketing?
Yeah, and I know you a two job nigga.
Whoa. Whoa, I'm over here trying to answer both of y'all niggas at the same time. Alright, so here's the thing. So, other than Ferrum, Roanoke, I've never DJ'd in Martinsville.
Exactly.
Which I'm not mad at, you know, but it's just like I still haven't done that. Other than Ferrum and Roanoke, Charlottesville, Richmond, Salem.
But don't you think you should? Oh, boy,
South
I'm gonna go
Carolina.
down here.
Anybody.
So don't you think you should like? Are you only focused? Like, okay, so I mean, I'm sure you learned this in school. I learned this in school. Are you only marketing? I mean, we learned this in freaking high school.
I don't market at all.
Exactly. And are you only catering to a certain group of people?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So it's like different ways you can go about it. So why you say why aren't you famous? Number one, you're not marketing. Number two, like you not focusing on it like you said. I mean, you even said you're not focusing on it like you should, and you're not targeting multiple audiences, which is not getting your name out there.
Let me ask you something. How you gonna tell me how to become famous?
No, facts. I'm saying those are the first steps to get
I'm on the agreement of your marketing.
Yeah.
For example, because I know you work. We know you work 2 jobs.
Yeah, we know that.
So, but like,
aside from that, I don't do shit, and that's what fucks me up.
Not only that, but COVID just hit, so DJing ain't been easy. It hasn't been easy for anybody. So like now that COVID's going down, are you putting your name out to get into these areas that are opening up?
I haven't been yet.
And there you go.
I mean, I have a plan for that. Stay tuned.
Hey, well, we
supporting you for sure, but we also want you to be successful. So there's some ways you can get your name out there more, market to other groups. Like it's so many opportunities out here. We want the best for you.
So okay, what is one thing that you do just in your everyday life that just assures you, if nothing else during your day assures you, what is the one thing
assures me about what?
Yeah.
That makes you feel like you're at least still on the right track?
Nothing right now. I mean, I studied every day.
Right. God damn, nigga.
She ain't got a track. She said she
I'm waiting. No, because people have to realize that it's times for certain things in your life. Like sometimes you have to have patience. Sometimes you gotta go at it. So right now, I'm like, I have patience. I study for my boards. I took my boards. Right now, I got patience on waiting. So right now, I don't do nothing during the day. I read my Bible, but that's just assurance that like.
I read my Bible.
I mean, I open the Bible and read the scripture.
I'm sorry.
No, seriously, like that. I mean, it doesn't. I wouldn't say it assures me, but it gives me a certain confidence that I'm doing like something right. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that I'm doing everything right, but it assures me like. Open the Bible, read the scripture. It don't take a lot.
That is the power in.
I need one.
A Bible?
So.
No.
What?
Atheist.
It's not that I'm atheist.
What are you like? Okay, do you not believe in God?
No. It's not that I don't believe in God.
Agnostic.
No.
Is that what you are?
No.
But I don't even know what that means.
It means basically like you believe there's a higher power, but you don't.
Yeah, that's Jonathan.
I would say God, bro. That could be motherfucking Dave Chappelle. I wouldn't even.
See, no. It's like I believe in God, but like if you read the Quran, you read the Jewish book. All of those, like
Jewish book, John.
I can't remember the name.
Not right now. You caught him on a bad time.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it. But if you read like the Bible and the Quran, some of the words are like hereby are damn near similar. So the only difference is like who's preaching the word.
And you know what's crazy? This is what's weird about even the Christianity religion is that it's become so watered down over time to where it's hard for even millennials to understand the Bible.
And that's the thing about
it. Why so many people like gravitate away from the church is because like, okay, I believe in a higher power. Y'all, explain this to me. And over the years, like I've seen instances, maybe even me. Okay, so I'm still a heavy devoted Christian.
Yeah.
But that's just because I'm sticking to what it is that I grew up knowing as far as religion. I don't need to change that in my life. So.
See, I left it.
Well, okay. And so this is the thing. Have you ever woke up and felt lucky to find this or lucky to find that?
Man, I think I'm bragging about God. I think about God about everything. Like every single thing.
What your luck would be what our like God's blessing.
See, here's the thing.
Yeah, and I agree.
I don't consider it a God's blessing. I consider it an angel's. Like I think God is, because here's my thing. When I look at especially the Christianity book, the Bible, when I look at the Word and it talks about God's gonna come back one day.
I'm so sorry, I keep checking my phone.
It's alright. When I look at it and it's talking about God's gonna come back one day, and this time it's gonna be in fire. It's gonna be in flames. The book preaches.
Oh, is that true? Is that what it says?
It won't be water but fire next time.
Because,
you know that song.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
You all know it?
It won't be water but fire next time.
I don't know that.
Yeah, that's what it preaches.
Yeah, okay.
Because you
when
know
I say heavy Christian, I mean that I went to church at an apostolic church.
Nigga said he didn't hear the word. He was just mad.
I was there for the word after some time, but they never talked about him coming back in fire.
Yeah, that's what they.
But it's not like coming in fire, meaning that God is not gonna drown us like the whole Noah situation. Like he's gonna like basically send people to hell and they go burn up.
With Noah?
You know,
he flooded the world.
He flooded the
took two
world.
of each animal.
And he told the people to come.
Yeah,
and
certain people got to do, certain people didn't.
So it's like he won't be water. They did. First of all, everybody got the news. They didn't listen to the news. Everybody got it, but they didn't listen. So it's saying it'll destroy the earth by fire and not by water. So meaning that people are gonna burn instead of like be drowned.
Okay.
So it won't be water but fire next time. So like people go to hell and burn up basically.
So
their soul is burning.
So when I sit there like, yo, thank God for something, like something you would be like thank God for, I'm more like thank an angel for it, because I'm like, he's looking at people sinning.
What would you think an angel for?
Because here's why. He's looking at people sinning, and one of these days, if you believe in the Christianity faith, he's gonna come back, and he's coming back in fire.
But
why?
wouldn't that be like some paranormal activity type of shit?
What, think of an angel?
No, so basically what it is like when we're like, let's say right now, let's just hypothetically speaking, right now if the world was to end, people, you would disappear. If I was still alive, like if we were still alive when the world ended, like first of all the trumpets would sound, the angels would go up first, and or like the people that are in the graves that's, you know, repenting of their sins, whatever, and God, whatever. So they going up, and then like let's say we sitting here doing this podcast, you would be gone. And I would be like, what the world?
There's actually a movie about it. Nicolas Cage stars in that faction.
It's like Bird Box, for real.
What is it called?
Low key.
I don't remember what the Nicolas Cage one is called. I'll look it up for you, but it's that's dead ass what it's about.
So
people just disappeared.
I'm gonna say two different things. Well, okay, finish what you were saying.
Like,
And it's chaotic. So I'm driving in the car with somebody and they just disappear. And then I wreck or something like that.
was wild.
The Nicolas Cage movie, I'm sorry, it's like he's on a plane, if I'm not mistaken, and one of the pilots just disappears.
Yeah,
so that's
what it's saying.
So when people be like, thank God, this is what I say, I think an angel.
Ain't this Soul Blame?
No, he just got
high.
high. He just got high and yeah. But anyway, so when people say thank God, I'm like thanking an angel, because you're talking about, all right, for example, when stuff happens wrong, you're blaming the demons.
I don't say that.
No, I'm not blaming.
I don't blame. No. I know you're not. But what I'm saying is, I don't blame a demon. If I don't think a lot of Christians blame a demon. What I'm saying is, I think
not.
No. Listen. I think God reigns on the just and the unjust. Meaning that if I pray to God, right? Let's pray about this test. If I say that if I fail, I don't think that it's like God punishing me or it's the demon's fault. I think that it's like God saying that, like, you know, maybe I'm not ready for this.
No. Let me give you an example. So let's say a car accident happens, and then the person who makes it, you're like, thank God, God bless me, God did this. Now, what about the person who didn't make it?
Yeah.
So how do you think what happened to that person?
Because that has happened a lot of times.
You think God condemned them, or do you?
No. I think sometimes God takes people away from this world because they're ready. I don't think it's because, not even say they're ready like whatever. I'm not saying they're ready like, oh, they're going to heaven or they're going to hell.
Go.
But I think that they're like, God is like, okay, let me put you out of like whatever's going on. I don't blame the demons for hardly anything. You're giving the devil too much credit. The devil don't have power over nothing.
No, I'm not. It's not only the devils, but it's also the demons.
My bad.
So what do you think? What do you think the devil and the demons are doing?
I do think that sometimes the devil plays with people's minds. I do believe that. I don't think God plays with people's minds. I do think the devil does that.
So you don't.
I blame it on, like, I wouldn't say like, I think when I have self-doubt, like, I don't blame it on the devil. I'm like the devil's not going to be able to inhibit me, control me, figure out like my mind.
Yeah, but
that's your thought process. Like we don't.
But I don't think that. No, I don't. But that's like
that's a whole thought process, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm not blaming demons for everything. But I'm saying when you wake up in your right mind, y'all, I've seen people so down low in life. Like when you wake up in your right mind, that's a blessing to me. And when sometimes the devil like works with that, and I'm not saying all crackheads should blame the devil. What I'm saying is sometimes God, if you know the story about Job, sometimes God places things like God took everything Job had, made him sick and everything, and his wife was like, why don't you just curse God and die? And Job was like, no, because if he's able to give me all those things and take them away, he's also able to restore me. And then ended up, Job got twice as much as he asked for. Not saying that that's life, but like sometimes God does test your faith. So I do believe in that. And by letting, because whatever the devil does, it has to go through God. So if God is letting the devil test you a certain type of way, that means it's like testing your faith, testing your like whatever you believe in.
Why does it have to go through God though?
Because I mean, you have to read the Bible. Like it's certain stories.
Like you said, if you fail your test right now, whose fault is it?
It's you.
Yours, right?
It's me, but I'm saying
but
God.
Could not the demons or the devil affect you failing that? Not you failing a test, but affect things in life. That's my thing. When you ask me, what do I believe in? I believe in the angels.
My beard is crooked.
I think the angels. I think the angels are the blessings. The angels are the ones who pick you up and wake you up. And God sitting there.
I'm not saying that the angels are not.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like when we're talking about my personal belief, when I say that, I mean like, for example, I say there are demons out in this world, and there are demons out in this world, and there are angels out in this world. Y'all fucking me up.
I'm sorry, John. I'm so sorry.
So I feel like you have angels that look over you. You have demons who fight them for your. Whatever happens, you maybe some simple stuff you can do well in, for example, your test. But you talking about the car accident? When you talk about the car accident, I think there's the angels that are helping you, like because it says God's gonna come back in one day, like you said.
I do,
that.
but
so
it's angels in heaven. But when whoever passed away, they not angels.
Have you ever
I'm not saying they're not angels.
Have you ever thought about? And I don't mean to take y'all away from this. Have you ever thought about like when someone our age dies? I mean, even an older person. Just like when you die, like what the fuck happens?
I do
can't
wonder
tell you
that.
how many funerals I've been to and just thought to myself, like, dude,
What's
I wonder. Yeah,
what's going on with that person?
Yes.
Okay, so the Bible. This is what I believe in, but I also wonder too. I'm not saying that I'm like, oh yeah, this is what happens, but like
man-made book.
Huh?
A man-made book.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like it's hard, but I do believe in God, and I do believe that. So I believe that, like the Bible. The Bible says like people are basically going to sleep. So basically, nothing is. They're literally resting until the trumpet sounds, and whoever's bodies leave and go to heaven, and not bodies, but souls, and then whoever's souls go to hell. But I still wonder like. So this is it? They're gone? Like this is... That's what I'm
saying. Like I feel like you do have guardian angels, and I feel like you do have demons. And I feel like honestly, one person is assigned literally one of each, and one wins and one doesn't.
Just think about the first person who ever passed away, and like the other person.
Adam or Eve,
or their children.
Which one?
Well, okay, so I seen this shit on Facebook, right? That was talking about Adam and Eve. What if it wasn't that Eve ate an actual apple? It was talking about
sex.
Yes. So you seen that?
No.
You been on Facebook. Your ass been lying.
No, I swear, because let me tell you.
I ain't even got no Boogie's book this week.
No.
But your ass been on Facebook.
No, somebody told me when I was in high school, one of our classmates said that was sex. And I don't know if I believe that, because the Bible says be fruitful and multiply. So God know y'all have to have sex to have kids.
See, but that's the thing I'm talking about. Like God's all knowing, all powerful. So He knew this thing would happen. And let's say Eve biting the apple is actually a metaphor for sex. Would that not be anything else affecting them? Like, what is that affecting them then?
No, but I think that like
what was the snake? What was the snake? Was the snake not a demon?
Yeah.
So if the snake was a demon,
no, the snake was Satan, Lucifer. Lucifer was an angel. I want
to be completely honest with y'all, and I'm gonna let y'all get back to this. Why the fuck did my shit? I was thinking that it was recording the whole time. It was only recording maybe like 20 minutes. I told y'all how like I needed to free up space. It would delete 20 minutes and then it would start recording another 20 minutes. Delete it, start recording another. Okay, go ahead. We got the camera.
But that's what I'm saying. So if the demon, if the snake, metaphorically for a demon, is is corrupting this woman to do this thing, to do this act, whether it's bite the apple or have sex, then why don't you believe a demon in modern day time can also affect the human nature?
I do believe that, but I also believe that sometimes God lets things happen to us so that it can increase our faith. Think about if everything went right in your life right now. Like,
that would be amazing.
I mean, definitely would be amazing. But what I'm saying is, will we have that much faith in God? You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
But what about those?
But some people don't. You see what I'm saying? If everything, why would I pray? Why would I pray to God?
Comes into
why would I pray? Like sometimes I think God is like. God is like, why would I pray for God? Why would I pray to God if everything's going right in my life? Sometimes people get so over head with stuff. Like people are like, I'm doing this by myself.
But what you're saying, it also works in the opposite. Because let's say everything goes wrong, then you have people who give up on God.
I do agree.
So it's like you knew. So if you're all knowing and you're all powerful, you tested these people that you knew would fail you.
I mean, sometimes I think God gives people two options. I think God has laid out two roads.
Bro, it's life or death. You feel me?
Yeah, literally, literally.
It's a choice,
right? Feel me? Because God is God ain't gonna be like, oh yeah, you're gonna do this.
So
do this. He gives you paths.
I'm friends, and low key, my brother is an atheist, and one of their biggest complaint about about God or any religion, not just Christianity, is you talk about God gives you two paths. What about the people who didn't get two paths?
What do you mean?
What about the people who are starving in Africa who don't know anything and they're just going through strife?
Or what about kids who? I mean, what about abortions? What about miscarriages?
Okay, but about that. Like, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I still got questions. I don't have all the answers. I still have questions about my religion, but I do believe in that.
Well,
I do.
I don't want to shake your faith. I don't want to, do anything.
I don't know. What I'm saying is, I remember Mr. Bredemis. I don't know if y'all know Mr. Bredemis. Mr. Bredemis was my favorite teacher. He was an AP teacher, and he said, he told me, he was like, my goal is to keep you strong in your faith, not to change you. So I think that was like a key thing in my mind. So when we have these discussions, I don't think that you're trying to change my faith. I think that like this is just a discussion we need to have to maybe even keep me strong in my faith and keep you strong in what you believe in.
And that's
I'm pretty sure my eyes just got like hella fucking red.
But that's the thing, like I said, like, I don't ever, I think the God and the devil too big for my picture. I believe in the angels and the demons are the ones who aid or hurt you in your life. That like when you ask me what I believe in.
Yeah.
What I believe in, I think the God too far ahead of the picture for me to even question or to understand what he's talking about. The same thing for the devil. But I think this angel, whoever it may be, let's say it's my grandmother who died, whatever, but whoever that angel is, like if I survive.
But I also think it's like what you have hope in. So
I would agree that I believe.
Like sometimes people need to hold on to something.
Yes, I honestly believe that you need to have something that levels you down to this earth.
Yeah,
I will agree with that.
I gotta use the bathroom. Go ahead, you can talk.
Yeah, not drunk.
Huh? I done broke the seal.
That's freaking ridiculous.
But okay, let's go ahead and go into the question of the day.
Damn!
Since we've been, we have not gotten through so much of this shit.
You done put too many good topics on here.
Okay, don't fucking blame me for making this shit more interesting. Shit, goddamn, John.
Me and Jordan had a straight debate. You not here worried about your eyes that got redder.
Oh damn. Well, okay, so
we been into this, brother.
Anyways, so I'm gonna ask you first. I'll ask Jordan when she comes back in here. We all sound drunk. Anyway, so in the times that we are living in today,
right?
Would the world be able to handle a true female rapper?
You talking about like rapping about what? Like, what is your definition of a true female rapper?
Kendrick, J. Cole, obviously. And
is there not one of those now?
Female. Who is it?
Like, would you not consider Nicki Minaj, Cardi B,
a white?
Oh, white,
female rapper.
White. My fault. I didn't catch the white part. Because I was wondering about the topics and not the.
Because you got to think, Eminem was Eminem before.
Yeah, hip hop was huge, and they still don't give him the credit that he deserves. I think Eminem's like one of them. He is the most selling artist.
Behind Lil Wayne, you name a more decorated artist.
It's probably Eminem.
It has to be Eminem.
Or Jay-Z.
In the newer generation.
Jay-Z could be up there.
But he's before Lil Wayne.
He was before Lil Wayne.
His prime was definitely before Wayne. But yeah, so you're talking about a white female rapper. God, dog, I don't know if you can get one.
You don't think so?
Iggy Azalea.
Hell no.
Iggy Azalea.
And I'm so good.
She failed.
That's a church. That's church in Spanish. What the fuck?
She failed, and it's not because she couldn't do it.
What was it?
Yeah.
It sounded like they put that with the dude from the Wild Thornberries.
That was one of her hits. With Ariana Grande. Exactly. Two black people, man, and wild. The problem was.
But hold on, but she been white.
From LA to Tokyo.
They still singing it, so Iggy Azalea succeeded somewhere. The problem was that they thought.
Is she Hispanic though? She's not white.
I don't think
she's Australian.
Yeah, Australian. That's what.
But she considered white.
Australian, I'm pretty sure that's white.
I mean, but you could be Australian and be black. You can be black Australian.
Unless you're a major minority, because like for example, they say the Spaniards this is a history, John. When the Spaniards conquered, the South Americas, it's not like they weren't white. Like when Christopher Columbus, who wasn't a Spaniard, what was he? An Italian? I think he was when he came over to not 1942.
42 set the ocean blue.
Yeah.
From the Nina, the Pinta, Santa Maria.
Yeah, when he came over
Columbus.
here. When he came over here, the people who came with him and settled down, they may have been Italian or Spaniards, but we call them white. We call them white to this day, the descendants. So I guess if you're from that European area, you're of that Caucasian nature.
Yeah.
I'm not
saying that. I just thought that she might have been different. But anyway, go ahead.
But yeah,
so it says that Iggy Azalea is a mix of Scandinavian and Asian. But then, when you read another thing, it says that she's indigenous Australian.
Anyway, her skin color is white, so let's go ahead and continue.
Anyway, that's where that's where it really lies too. So, we all know that's where you get your jobs from.
Right.
How you look.
I'm not even gonna go into the female fabulous. So, do you feel like we could handle a female Kanye? I'm talking about a woman who makes her own beats and raps on them.
I feel like it's the only one we can take. But what could you rap about? You're a white woman. Like you probably want to rap about white women problems, but you're white.
How do you know that you would be that hard though? Who would have ever thought about Eminem before Eminem came out?
But Eminem rapped the white crazy shit.
Probably Vanilla Ice.
But Eminem rapped the white crazy shit, but he rapped that white crazy shit that black people could associate with. For example, the Tyler, the Creators.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I think anything's possible. Anything is possible.
But we're talking about making it into this industry.
Yeah, I mean, we want to be diverse anyway.
Name a second accomplished white artist on that level, that standard.
Who? As Eminem?
As Eminem, Wayne, J. Cole.
Logic.
You think Logic is as... First of all, he said he's black. He got a black father.
Oh yeah, actually I take that back. Yeah, I seen the documentary.
I'm pretty sure he's black.
He does have a black father. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so
he doesn't really.
So he doesn't count. We can't place him anywhere. So name a white person who's established. Not as Eminem. That's too tough.
But name a white rapper though. I mean, J. Cole is mixed.
Is he?
Yeah.
That fucking light bright motherfucker.
Drake is mixed.
Drake is mixed.
Well, J. Cole is mixed. He raps it in his songs. He was like...
His son is definitely not allowed to say the N-word. Drake, his son cannot say the N-word.
Adonis?
And will.
He probably will. But it's
because his father's gonna say it. But
the 25%, yeah, he did say I'm a dark nigga. I'm a tall figure.
Let's not do one thing. Let's not pin the 50-50s against the 100s.
What you mean?
Like the field niggas versus the house niggas.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is like...
Cause y'all field niggas. But...
Hell yeah.
Hey, look. Alright, hey. We ain't had no racist... I'm so glad that we're close to being done with this shit because, bro, I got something to tell y'all after this.
But I don't know, like...
So I'm saying like...
No, I'm not putting them up against each other. I'm just saying like... We don't really have a lot of pure black artists right now. I mean, the world is... I mean, think about it. back from when Jay-Z was rapping, it's not a lot of like
Well, you have Kanye, you have Wayne,
Kanye.
You have.
Is Wayne even in the picture anymore?
No,
like,
fuck
yeah,
no.
exactly.
Fuck no.
Well, hold on now.
He's not. He's
how
drugged
is he?
up halfway here.
Huh?
Lil Wayne has not been relevant ever since the
Carter something. The last Carter.
And the 5, 4, 3, 2 on the one.
That was the Carter 5. That was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. I was still DJing college parties at that time, dude.
What is your term of relevancy?
And that was the Uproar was his last song.
Yeah,
it wasn't even like an album. It was like that song.
Well, no, it was the whole song. Or it was the whole album.
What else was on? But what else was on the album?
Mona Lisa?
Yeah, Mona Lisa.
I didn't know Mona Lisa.
Oh, hold on. So yeah, the Carter 5 still had hits, and that was like
Just Along My Side.
Oh, yeah.
Him and Swiss Beats.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
So his relevancy
That's
is
the only
like.
song I ever listened to.
Then he came out with Funeral.
I don't know why I thought that other song was.
Yeah, Funeral I ain't really fuck with.
Funeral was it was on his down one.
But it said Lil Wayne in reverse, right? Something like that.
It was upside down.
Upside down. That's what it meant, yeah.
But what's his name? When his mixtape just hit the Apple Music, that blew up.
Who?
Lil Wayne's. I think it's I Am Not a Human Being. I think that blew up. And then
I just don't think Lil Wayne is like relevant. I think nobody really cares about him because he's so drugged up.
I don't think that's the case.
Who would have ever thought that though?
Yeah,
everybody.
I never would
have thought that from
like Boosie Badass. He's still out here doing his thing.
You think Boosie Badass is relevant?
Yes.
Yes. I mean, now what I'm saying is, I think he's.
Why would people care about his opinion on certain shit?
That's because Boosie always off the hot takes.
But what I'm saying is, Boosie and Lil Wayne on the same kind of drugs or whatever. But Boosie still doing his thing. Boosie still Boosie.
Look, all right,
Wayne still Wayne.
Just because
Wayne
you've never done any
no
kind
more.
of drugs doesn't mean you can say that everybody's been on the same type of shit.
No. I'm saying one Boosie on lean and Westbrook was on some type of lean.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. You said lean. I thought you meant like marijuana.
No, like on the same kind of like drug. Like Lil Wayne
my
was
dumb
on
ass
lean.
over here saying marijuana. I mean that motherfucker getting weed.
No. I'm talking about Boosie and Wayne.
What I'm talking about is sort of Carter 5 was out there. That was like what 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, that's gotta be 3 years ago.
So the Carter 5 made it.
No, that's gotta be like when I was in college.
No, yeah, that was
like my last year of college, like 2018.
That was 3 years ago.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So the Carter 5.
Well, shit. Yeah.
The Carter 5. What date is this? 2018, September 28, 2018. So we're talking the end of 18. Might as well give it to the 19th.
You see this shit? Look at this.
Nothing. So we're talking. So we're talking about 2 to 3 years ago. The Carter 5 was relevant. It hit. Everybody was fucking with it. Then let's go into the funeral. Funeral that didn't do well. I'll give you that. But then we talk about his I Am Not a Human Being Part 2 that came out, and his mixtape. I think it's the Dedication 6, and B Waller.
I just don't
credited. B Waller, not just my opinion, but B Waller also said that shit was fire.
Fuck is B Waller?
Yeah, you know who he is.
You know who he is.
Oh, you mean like you're just saying like people in code?
Yeah, the ones we knew. Yeah.
Okay. This thing is so wild.
But I didn't want to put the whole name out there.
All right, yeah.
Kayla the Dyke. You know what I'm talking about? I can't get her name.
Damn, John.
I can't get her name.
All right, let me go ahead and edit this shit before I upload.
But both of those were both on that page of that page. I think Wayne is still relevant. It's just he's not doing nothing controversial.
No, he is controversial. He don't even like white. I mean, he said something about black people. Like he was like basically like he don't really fuck with us.
Well, no, it wasn't that. He got saved by a white man.
Yeah, he was like, you can't. That's
he
like
got shot.
Yeah, that's like me saying that my white mother. That I should condemn all white people, but like I got a white mother.
No, he was saying something bad about black people.
To anybody who doesn't know why I call John Lil Off-White every single week is because he is half white. That's why I call you that.
But that's what he was saying. He was like, because he said it in the interview. That's what they brought up.
It was something else. Like he said something. He
said something about racist America.
Yeah.
He sat there and was like, "Look at me, I'm a black man who got this money."
He said he doesn't see racism.
Yeah, and I don't think that's.
When you're part of a certain.
What do you mean?
When you're.
You think Lil Wayne see racism?
I think he from freaking New Orleans.
No, that does not fucking matter.
He from the hood.
He make money.
Jordan, listen, that's the thing. When you have money, it doesn't matter if you're black. It doesn't matter if you're Osama bin Laden.
He should have seen it. He was in New Orleans.
in New Orleans when he got shot.
Exactly.
And he sat there and said
And
the black niggas ran over him while the white cop came in and saved his life.
A white cop saved him.
So you can say he was in New Orleans, but the white cop changed the face.
Hey, look now, Jordan. Don't look it up on your phone.
No.
Okay. But anyways,
yeah, so you can say he was in New Orleans, but it was the New Orleans black people who left him while he had the bullet in him, and then it was the white man that saved him.
Yeah, that was literally like the only thing.
Yeah, so it's like you can't sit there and be like, oh, Wayne's anti-black because he don't face racism because he's a millionaire, and
exactly
they gonna love him regardless.
You know who Lil Wayne is,
and then of course he gonna like the white. White man saved him. I got a white mom. My black father didn't do shit for me. There's no way like a lot of people like, yo, you gotta love your black queens. I do like my black queens, but I'm not gonna put down a white woman when the white woman was the one that raised me.
Well, here's the thing: is Lil Wayne is almost like on the same level of historical as I would say Michael Jackson.
Lil Wayne is definitely on that level.
Oh, he's definitely historical. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he's not relevant today.
I don't think he does
but
anything.
At the same time, it's just like, think about it, you wouldn't be a white man and hear Michael Jackson and not know who Michael Jackson is.
Yeah, everyone knows Wayne.
Everybody
so,
in the world.
That's what I was talking about. When you talk about relevancy, and I said he hasn't done anything really controversial, or he hasn't done anything to put himself in the news, that's because all he's either did was drop music, or he hasn't done anything. And Wayne doesn't have
Kanye,
to do anything.
I don't know what's up with him.
Wayne, Kanye in the fucking news because Kanye doing some controversial shit. That nigga
Kanye's still great though.
Yeah, I'm not knocking him. But he just walked outside and he had a fucking mask on his face.
I like the old Kanye.
Everyone likes vintage everything.
He did say that in one of his songs.
I just love the old Kanye.
Something about the old Kanye.
He said y'all love the old Kanye.
go ahead and further something back to the older days. Ocho Cinco, Chad Johnson, my nigga, number 85.
Broncos. Was he on the Broncos? Y'all know I don't know. That's all I know. He was on the Broncos.
Don't make me edit this damn video.
Y'all know I don't know.
Don't make me edit this damn video. That is staying. No, he was on the fucking Bengals.
Bengals. I knew it started with a B.
Bengals.
I knew it started with a B. And
He said, was he on the Ravens? Cowboys. Yeah, that's what I thought.
No. It's orange. It was a simple mistake.
At least it was
orange
team.
Bengals, Broncos.
Yeah.
It's like, I knew he was on something.
I
knew he was on orange.
So Ocho Cinco made his boxing debut last weekend. He did lose. However, he did gain the respect from a lot of people. However, I feel like he gained a lot of respect because Nate Robinson lost a lot of respect by getting knocked out. Ocho Cinco, he did get knocked the fuck out. Ocho Cinco at least made it all the way through. He did get knocked down.
Question: Who was his opponent again?
Brian Maxwell, who is a bare knuckles fighter.
See, that's another thing. I thought Ocho Cinco also got respect because not only did he go the distance, not affecting Nate, but he went the distance. And it's what he said afterwards. It was like, yeah, I lost, but I tried something new. Y'all too afraid. Don't be afraid to do this.
Ocho Cinco has tried so much shit.
Ocho Cinco just a real nigga, yo. I like Ocho Cinco. As a person, I like Ocho Cinco.
And he did have Terrell Owens there, who I forgot completely about.
Yeah, Terrell Owens there.
Yeah.
What, at the fight?
Yeah.
What was Terrell Owens doing?
Well, they're like best friends.
That's because they had a similar personality. Bring your popcorn.
Yeah. Okay, so
who will stop 85? That's a question for you. Who will stop
I guess
85?
Jordan doesn't have anything to chime in since she's thinking about the Denver Broncos. All right, so let's go ahead and go.
Hold on, no, because while we on the fight, Floyd Mayweather versus Paul.
Okay, yeah. See,
you said
here's the thing. I was not going to talk about that. I wasn't going to talk about that, but I mean, okay, what?
You said weeks ago it was bad for boxing.
It was bad for boxing.
A lot of people have agreed on that. Floyd came out in an interview and he said, y'all talking about it's bad for boxing, don't watch it. He said, I just got away with professional bank robbing. He said, your kids can't eat legacy.
I've seen that interview. Yeah, I watched the post-conference or the post-fight conference.
Yes. So, is he wrong?
No, he's not wrong. But at the end
we would never say he was wrong for getting money. I mean, me and Tyreek never said that. We said that he was wrong for like putting the whole boxing thing out there as him like thinking that it's serious when it was like a disgrace to the boxing. That's all we said. We didn't say it was wrong for him to get money.
But he didn't put it out there like it was boxing. He said this is a way to make a check. And that's what he did.
So do you feel like he's disrespecting his own sport?
No. I don't feel like he owns the sport anything. I feel like Floyd Mayweather can do whatever the fuck he wants to. Because he's one of those names. He's the Muhammad Ali. He's the Mike Tyson of the sport.
Well, not even that. Just think about your sport not even dying out, but just seeing all this difference within like just a pandemic's worth of a year.
You know what's wild?
Nobody was ever talking about celebrity fights really until the pandemic hit.
Well, yeah, but you know what's wild is, if I'm not mistaken,
Dude, I'm so fucking hungry.
Same.
If I'm not mistaken, a Floyd Mayweather fight,
You gotta get to this.
against Logan Paul, was Logan Paul, right?
It was.
Floyd Mayweather fight versus Logan Paul, if I'm not mistaken, did more numbers than the professional fighters recently.
He got more money.
That's what I'm saying, but it did the numbers to get him more money.
It did.
Because it's viewership. So you're telling me Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul did more numbers than a Gervonta Davis versus whoever?
That's because it was more
Ryan-
publicity out there.
Because he's Floyd Mayweather, and that's also Logan Paul.
But it was a publicity stunt.
But it doesn't matter if it's a publicity stunt or not. Because that's what he was saying. He said, this is going to get me paid.
Yep.
So Floyd Mayweather, whose fights are also up there in finance.
But that's why it's so easy for Jake Paul and Logan Paul to get so many fights, is because they have so much money, and when you can just pay all these fighters to fuck with you for however many rounds in the ring, and both of y'all are getting
Floyd definitely should have knocked him out. You seen the video where they say Floyd held him up?
Yeah, I didn't believe that.
The way that man slouched, I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. It's only just from like a wrestling standpoint. I know what it feels like to just your body feels
Gone.
weak.
I know that.
You're still there.
Yeah.
Your body just isn't.
But do you believe Logan Paul should be able to stand in the ring with Floyd at all?
No.
Exactly. So Floyd.
You have to think. There's so
Floyd
many...
let it go for money. He did the same thing with Pacquiao. I'm pretty sure he did the same thing for Canelo. So Floyd knows how to get away with a check.
Triple G.
That's
I'm
Canelo.
pretty sure you
That's
call it.
Canelo, right?
No.
Oh, Triple G. You're talking about as well.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just talking about triple gangster.
No.
But
There's an actual boxing named Triple G. I don't know what his actual like name is. I know Canelo Alvarez, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather,
Yeah, I
and
know
Triple G.
them, but I didn't know Triple G.
Yeah.
I heard all of
I
them.
know Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So there isn't a boxer modern day more titular than Floyd Mayweather. And this, just him and Logan Paul got them to fight. So I don't think it disgraced boxing. If anything, it did it a favor. Because that's another boxing event that got money. The people who signed off
But
on the
that's
exhibition
disrespectful
fight.
to the sport, though.
Who's it disrespecting?
Everybody who actually fucking trains boxing.
That's
and
their fault. Be better. Why
Be
can't
better.
Why can't
Be
Gervonta-
better or have more money.
No, it's not having.
Be better or have more money.
It's not having.
Think
more
about
money.
Money
that,
rules
John.
the world.
It's
Think
not-
about that,
it's-
John. Think about this.
How
Okay.
did Floyd get to his spot? How did Floyd have more money?
Because
By
he
being
won.
better.
Yes, but he
But you
had
gotta
to
think
get
about,
to
it
that
was
point.
like, who else? Who was before Floyd?
Was it Tyson?
Mike Tyson,
Exactly.
That was years ago.
Muhammad Ali,
Exactly.
Muhammad Ali
Roy
was-
Jones Jr. Well, not
No,
before
no.
Muhammad
That's what
Ali,
I'm
but-
saying. Like, think about, that's like a big jump in today's time.
Because Floyd was great.
But I'm saying that's a big jump.
Yeah,
So
but
what
that's-
I'm saying is it's about money now.
I mean,
What
it's
I'm
about
saying.
money now because he made it about money, but he can. What about the ones, that's why I said be better, about the boxers who are there currently? Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Davis, Errol Spence Jr.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, think about Mike Tyson's times versus today's times with Floyd Mayweather. It's different. It's a different
well, here's the
time.
thing. No, you're saying it's a different time. Here's the thing. Mike Tyson fought his greats in that time. Muhammad Ali fought the greats of his time. The boxers nowadays aren't fighting the greats of their time. Gervonta Davis isn't fighting Ryan Garcia. They're not fighting Errol Spencer Jr. So when I'm telling them to be better, they're not taking these tough fights. Floyd fought the Pacquiaos. When he said in an interview, he fought the Pacquiaos. He fought the Canelos. He made them look average when they said he made them look great. So Floyd gets to do what he wants.
God damn. I made him look average.
When y'all said that they weren't. That's what Floyd said. He said, I made these fighters look average when you said that they weren't. So, and he beat these fighters. Canelo actually went on an interview and he said he's like fighting a ghost. He said, you know how good you gotta be for a nigga to say it's like fighting a ghost? It's your sport. I'm ignoring everything she doing. But this is your this.
I was over here. I was listening to you, but I was just like,
I was ignoring everything. But this is a dog in the sport. Canelo is a dog in boxing, and he told him that fighting Floyd was like fighting a ghost in his press conference. You know, you're fighting.
That is wild.
Thank you. That's like you going on the mat and said, "Bro, I couldn't do shit."
Did you see how tired Logan Paul looked?
Well, he was getting dog walked.
He was.
So Floyd said he got away with legalized bank robbing, and that's why I said when people say it's bad for boxing, it's great for boxing because he's the only thing selling.
That's true.
Gervonta's not.
So let's go ahead and get into somebody else getting dog walked right now. John, get another swig of that damn Jim Beam.
No, I still ain't finished this low key.
Are you serious?
I got to talking and I stopped.
Well, anyways, so Livy's ice cream shop.
Y'all don't know about it, but it's a local piece of shit.
So anybody who's listening from Martinsville,
Sheesh.
obviously you would know. Sheesh. Anyways, so
I worked with the girl.
oh, I thought you was about to say you worked there.
No, I worked with the girl.
Well, say tell the tea. But
Nah.
you worked with the girl.
That's so wild though, how so many people have come forward with just like.
You know what's wild to me?
What?
The process of coming forward.
Yeah, it was like a lot of people, not necessarily years after, but just like so long after.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like they say it takes one, but it's so wild to me. Me and my brother was talking about it, and this is just a segue on. This is just a tangent real quick. The Bill Cosby one. Remember when Bill Cosby got in trouble for all the rape cases?
Yeah.
It's so wild that it happened to so many. It only took one to come forward, and then boom, everybody was there.
Everybody, yeah.
But it also was another thing. We're not gonna dive on it. Actually, what's your opinion on it?
On what?
Bill Cosby.
I love Bill, but I love Bill.
That's why I want your opinion on it.
I love Bill. I grew up with Bill Cosby. I feel like Bill Cosby and Claire Huxtable is like my grandma and grandpa.
You don't fuck with Bill?
I love them, but now I don't know. Like y'all gotta remember though, sex and stuff was different at the time. They agreed to take drugs. I'm not saying that all of them were victims. Well, I'm not saying some of them maybe for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying all of them are like during that time period. You have to look at the time period too. They were taking medicine so they could be more comfortable and open up. So they were taking those pills that he put in their drink.
I smoke weed so I can be more comfortable and open up.
So what is your take on Bill before I hop on this?
Yeah, so they were. I mean,
definitely deserves everything that he's.
You think so?
Yes.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm against it.
Why?
Why? Because there was no proof. This was literally a he said, she said, and a nigga went down. Think about Emmett Till.
No. Pause. Let's also remember that Bill Cosby was about to buy one of the ABC Family, and all this stuff came out. He was about to buy a network.
This was all he said, she said. There was no proof.
Well, that was like the only TV network that would really play the Cosby Show.
No. He was about to buy an actual network before all this went down. But he was buying an actual network. A black man buying a network. Oprah the only one buying the network.
I'm glad she said that.
So Bill Cosby, granted that time period, people were actually taking those pills that Bill Cosby, like they said he raped. I wouldn't say all of them are false. I'm not saying that.
I don't know Bill Cosby, and I'm not sticking on whether it was false or not.
Yeah, I'm just saying like they took those. All I'm saying is the facts. He was about to buy a thing. All these people came out all of a sudden out the woodwork, and they were also taking those medicines to have sex more comfortably.
Here's my thing with that. We're talking about a man who committed a crime maybe 30 years ago. When I don't know what the timetable was for it. But here's my thing. It's all he said, she said. Emmett Till. What was the documentary on Netflix that had all 5 of them go down for nothing?
Shoot, the Martinsville 7. The Martinsville 7.
What the hell is the Martinsville 7?
It's about 7 black men who went down for nothing.
For supposedly raping a white girl that she eventually came back out and said after all of them died and got executed from the Martinsville, like him, whatever, they got executed. She came out and said she was lying.
So you're meaning telling me you're gonna buy 70 women, and then you said he was a black man about to buy a network.
And they took those kinds of medicines to have sex. That was the point of those medicines to have sex.
Here's my thing.
That was the point of them.
Hold on. You're talking about a black man who got caught in 2015. I don't know what time it was. You're talking, and your story is he was too strong. This man was in 1970. And you're telling me he was strong then?
No, definitely not.
Yeah, he was a black
man in America.
He was a black man.
In TV.
That nigga got taken down by goddamn. That nigga crossed my house. He dead. And he gone. He gone. I'm not buying
So
it.
I'm not saying that all 70 women were right, but I'm not saying all 70 women. I'm not saying that all of them were wrong, all of them right. All I know is the facts. He was about to buy a TV network. He freaking 84, damn near blind. And and that's what people took to feel comfortable in sex in the 70s and 80s. They took that so they can open up. When you're tight, let's just bring it all out there. As a woman, when you're like contracted, that means you're not comfortable having sex. When guys be like, oh, she tight, that means that she's not comfortable with you having sex. When she's more like open, her vagina is open to have sex. Those pills were for her to be more open so that it can feel more pleasurable to her.
Okay, when a guy says something about like throwing a hot dog down a hallway, is that true, or is that her being comfortable with having sex and it's just like she's hella loose?
Yeah, you get more. I'm not saying that it's dependent on it. Tightness have nothing to do with how many bodies you have. Tightness has stuff to do with how comfortable you are with somebody. Sometimes you think about when you have sex with a girl, they get more loose because they get more comfortable. When you're having sex, when you first stick it in, they're tight, but once you keep going, they get more comfortable. It starts to open up more. And
I will attest to this.
It's the same.
I will attest to that.
It's the same.
I mean, I can think of instances of that where, like, okay, say if me and the girl was first like starting off dating.
Yeah.
The first time it would be like just really tight.
Yeah.
And then like the next time it's just like, oh shit, it's like a perfect fit.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Because it's like it opens up. So the more aroused I am as a woman, the more loose I get.
But here's my thing. I'm not arguing whether Bill Cosby did it.
That's facts.
I'm not arguing whether Bill Cosby did it or not. I'm arguing the justice system behind it. Because as a black man, I've always said it. My fear is literally ending up an Emmett Till, ending up a Martinsville 7, ended up one of those, and it's like you didn't do anything, but because she said you're crucified.
I don't know if you really like fit the entire description, John. So like,
because I'm half white.
A little bit.
But you still
my skin color gonna but that's what I'm saying. Like I've always feared that. I don't whether he did it or not. I'm not gonna argue. But whether you're gonna tell me, oh, these 70 women from 1980 sat there and said you raped them, but no proof. Now you're going to prison for life.
I still don't even know how we got on this when I was talking about Libby's. Yeah.
Oh, dragging. Oh, he said, she said, getting drugged.
Anyway,
all the people coming out.
All I know is I know the girl and she looking for love. Period. And
looking for love.
Yes. Period. Like she
looking for love.
Like she literally just wants somebody to love her. Like she craves that.
Oh,
so the girl, right?
Yes, and the dude's son is a year younger. The dude's son is a year younger than the girl he's dating.
I thought you was
only a year younger.
I thought you were saying like she was looking for attention there first. So I'm glad.
Yeah, love. That's what I mean. She's
but I'm
looking
talking
for
about
attention
like when she brought this story out, she was looking for attention.
No. I'm talking about the girl that I know that is the actual right now.
How old is she?
The manager and the actual girlfriend of the man is probably coerced into some of this stuff because she's looking for love. That's what I know for a fact. I worked with her for 2 years. I know.
I just want to know how the hell did it take this long?
That's how we got.
It takes one person speaking out.
That's how we got on the Bill Cosby. That long time.
What the hell? But,
it takes one, and then everyone coming.
But okay. I mean, I really don't think like a whole bunch of people from Martinsville really cares to just say some random ass bullshit about this stupid ass ice cream shop.
They did.
If it wasn't true.
Oh, but so many people came through now. It's like, yo, you got too many.
He even got fired from BTW 21.
You got too many accounts.
He works there?
I guess, yeah.
Boy, publicity hurt him now. You got too many accounts that are damaging your character. So now we can't have you around. BTW got out.
It's not us.
Us what?
As a African American black.
Oh yeah, that we committed the crime?
Yeah.
Yeah, facts on that one.
Yeah, I had to turn that on, bro. I'm over here.
Yeah, it's a little warm. I think it's because it's like 75 outside. It's humid because it's raining.
Facts, bro.
Let's call it a rap. We'll grab some meat.
I'm down.
Period. Bye.
Bye, my niggas.
Facts.
I'm sweating. Ooh. Oh, cut that out.
You said cut it out.
Cut that out.
I can cut that out.
Edit it, bitch. Do some damn producing.
I can like take this shit off.
I'm fucking with you. Where
You
we
just call me bitch.